Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One, and welcome to Boots on the Ground for today. Sorry this is being put up pretty late. Today I spent my time working on solar. Mr. Off-Grid from the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead came over, and we got it accomplished right before it started raining. So I want you to go watch that video. If you have a power box and you have a semi-permanent, or you might want to set it up for a long period of time, there's some things you need to do for safety. Some add-ons to make your system safer, to make you safer, to make your house safer. So please go watch that video. It's only probably 6 minutes long. If you're thinking about solar, or if you're thinking about a power box, or you already have a power box, it's some things I did to make my system safer and more efficient, so it's going to help me more. So go check that video out, but let's get right into Boots on the Ground. This is from Eastern Kentucky. They say dog food shortages and eggs still short there, and amoxicillin for children still short. This is from New York. Nassau County, underwear now in locked cabinets. I've seen that. I think it was socks, I think locally here. It was a month or two ago. And they say this is a good blue collar area, and this is a Walmart. The average home price is over $600,000. They are locking up underwear because people are stealing everything. This is Northern Nevada. Store brand 25-pound bag of flour is no longer on sale for $9.59. It's now about $12. That's a 20% increase. Powdered milk also went up from about $19 to $21. That's a 10% increase. Now many people would say that the price of powdered milk doesn't affect them because they don't use it. But powdered milk is used in a lot of things that we buy. They also said that in 1900s, 90% of the children in New York, and I think they're referring to, I don't know, New York City, but they also said Boston, in the early 1900s had rickets due to the lack of vitamin D. Yes, you can get vitamin D from the sun, but in the northern latitude in winter, people do not spend time in the sun with their skin exposed. So you have a good chance of developing rickets. So powdered milk might be good to store up in an emergency. That's why I have a cow now. Starting tomorrow, we'll be milking and we can use the milk. The first about week we don't use it, and now we're good to go. So first thing I'm going to do is make some homemade butter, and I will share that with you. This came from a company. It said, "Dear valued customers and vendors, as most of you know, we had a train derailment right next to our facility. Most of the village was evacuated. We couldn't return to our facility until the 13th. And this is from the Ohio area, the derailment and fire. The derailment resulted in some hazardous chemicals being released into the air, stream, and grounds. We've had several employees that came back to their business there had complications and some problems, rashes, breathing issues, and migraines. We have been working the last couple of weeks with only about 40% staffing. Based on these complications, our attorney have advised that we need independent testing of air, water, and soil. He also advised that nobody should be in the facility until the results are submitted. We will be closed indefinitely until further notice. Our best case scenario is that the test results will come back within a week showing conditions are safe for operators to return, but really do not know for sure when that will be. We ask for your patience and understanding in these conditions." So this came from a big business there that does not want their workers being exposed. I work in Kentucky and I do a lot with farmers, and today I was speaking with a gentleman. He said that his supplier is telling him that the price of fertilizer is about half of what it was last year. Oh, so that's good news after the war started. So I guess they're trying to figure out why it went down from $1,000 to $530. So anybody have any reason? Is it lack of demand right now, or is it just that it was a big scare because of the war? They didn't think there would be enough. So, but this is good news. Especially for farmers. I live in Maryland, and that's in Washington County, and woke up with a thin film of ash covering everything outside. I checked Facebook, and it seems to be all over Maryland and West Virginia, and maybe more states. The EPA issued a statement to stay inside and close windows while this is happening. Apparently, late last night, it looked like snow, but it was ash. It was in the high 60s here yesterday. Everyone is wondering what this is. Is it fires in Ohio or Tennessee? Or, is it from the fallout from the big chemical spill? I don't know. This person says the hatchery we usually order our meat birds from is in Ohio. Other reputable hatcheries we have used in the past are also in Ohio or right next door in Pennsylvania. Due to obvious concerns, we don't want to order from them this year. Anyone have any recommendations on hatcheries that sell Freedom Rangers or Cornish Cross in the Montana, Idaho, Wyoming area? And then they said crazy times. I live in South Alabama. Yesterday, my husband and daughter went to the local feed store for chicks. They were expecting a shipment because of the chatter on Facebook. They arrived at 6 a.m. to wait in line for them to open at 8 a.m. They were number 17 in line at this time. When the store opened, everyone found out they only had half of the expected chicks and ducks that were promised to them. My husband said that by the time they opened the door, there was a total of 60 people in line. I had him count them. Because of the short delivery, the people who were first in line were disappointed. They had wanted a certain breed. It wasn't there. There was a limit of purchase for each customer. But they got some chicks, but not their preference. My husband and daughter had to get Polish crested chicks because that's all they had left when they got to the front of the line. They only got 2. My daughter said there were only 15 to 20 chicks left total when they got theirs. But to make matters worse, the Backyard Chicken page said that one of the local Tractor Supplies only got half of their order. I had a friend who called 2 other local feed stores which were expecting shipments. Neither got theirs in. My son was at Tractor Supply locally, and they got a shipment in. He wasn't wanting the egg birds. He was looking for maybe meat birds, and they were all sold out really, really quick that day they got them in. Good news, egg prices in our area are dropping. This is in central Oklahoma. And they did send me some pictures of the 5 dozen packs of the boxes, and they were like $25, then they went to $15, almost $16, and then they went almost down to about $12. So this is good news. Egg prices are falling in this area of central Oklahoma. The U.S. is more than quadrupling the number of troops deployed to Taiwan. So we are definitely increasing. I think it went from, they used to be 30 there, now there's going to be almost 100 to 200 troops deployed to Taiwan. This person lives on the Cumberland Plateau in Tennessee. I've been on oxycodone for over 19 years due to a severe back pain from surgery and a rather nasty fall which broke a lot of my hardware and bones in my back. These prescriptions are very closely monitored. Must be filled 30 days only after you've seen your doctor. At each appointment, you have to have your doctor count how much medication you have left to be sure you are taking it properly. Every 3 months, I am tested for drugs, both legal and illegal, and alcohol. You screw up and you're kicked out of this practice. Imagine my surprise when I got a message from the pharmacy to let me know the medication is not available due to a nationwide shortage or backorder. My doctor tried 3 different medications and none were available in any of the 30 pharmacies I contacted. Finally, today, after going 10 days without medication, experienced withdrawals, and pain hitting 10, I was able to locate one of the medications and I filled the prescription. This is not something that should be happening in America. This is from about TE Energy. The Southeast Michigan Electric Company has over 500,000 customers out of power due to the ice storm. The system can handle about a half inch of ice, but we received 3/4 of an inch of ice. We have power, but my in-laws lost power yesterday, so they stayed over since the temperature will be about 17 degrees tonight. If our power goes out, I have 2 generators and multiple gallons of gas ready. I just got an update from them right before I brought this to be filmed. There's a little bit of improvement. Now there's only 400,000 customers without power. We live in East Tennessee, and the Norfolk Southern Railroad passes through our county. I waited on a long train the other night going north and wondered if the tracks here are in any way better shape than those, I guess, the way of the accident. But there was a noticeable bump over the crossing that made the train cars sway. A family member has long said that they have seen parked toxic cars dripping. So I'm inclined to believe that Northern Southern needs to do a lot of maintenance. They used to have maintenance done annually here, but I haven't seen them in several years. Our 32-year-old son with the sweetheart of a 4-year-old. has severe cerebral palsy from a birth injury. He receives 90% of his caloric needs from high-calorie Ensure, which is an Abbott product. For the third time in 9 months, the delivery has been delayed. The doctor even switched us to a slightly different formula in the Ensure product line, and once again, it took 3 weeks to receive the product. Thanks to our prepping, we've been able to get through the delay, but it is shaving off cases of vital products while we wait. We pray for every family who waits for formula, prescription drugs, and other needs. We just had an ice storm blow through southern Michigan. Not a huge one, but enough to take down a lot of tree limbs and shut off the power to many, probably for 3 to 5 days. Unbelievable how many people are freaking out without the luxury item called electricity. I've been a prepper for more than 30 years, bomb shelter and all, and I can't understand how people can be so unprepared while seeing the current state of the world. I do understand the Navy's assessment that if the power was out in the U.S. for a full calendar year, 90% of the population would be dead. How pathetic most have become. This is from Central Oklahoma. There's a 3-week delay on multiple blood pressure medications from 2 different major insurance companies and providers. This is from Northern Michigan. Cold medicine is slim pickings. So a lot of people can't get what they need. They say the food prices in their area are still climbing, and they're seeing a lot of just packages getting smaller. This person wrote, we had a cyber attack at work here in Michigan. We are an auto parts supplier to General Motors, Ford, Tesla, etc. We've been down a week so far and still not being able to get it up and running. We cannot access anything. Everything is locked up, and I guess the hackers want money to release the information and get them back online. We're a really big company. So I don't know the name of this company, but there seems to be continuous attacks and people having their accounts or their businesses frozen unless they pay up. This person said, I looked up 3 hatcheries I've used in the past for ordering laying pullets or meat birds. As an example, I looked at the availability of barred rock pullets and straight run Cornish cross. Those are common backyard birds. There was 0 or almost 0 availability until July or August for all the hatcheries of both of these breeds. Available quantities even then will be very small. So if you need your birds, get on it now. This person says this was a food company, and he works for, it's RUIZ, Ruse Food, RUIZ Food. They had a fire break out at one of their buildings. He works in the office next to the manufacturing facility, and he was told to go home and work from home. So far they have not received any official communication from the company other than work from home. So they don't know any details. Also, Infamil baby formula, 145,000 cans. 145,000 cans of the Infamil baby formula recalled for potential contamination. It seems to be lately a lot of things being recalled. So there you go, some boots on the ground information for you. If you have anything you could offer, send it to southernprepper1@yahoo.com. Thanks for watching.